Welcome back, everybody. Now we will talk about conditionals. It's very important in programming, not alone in Python. Actually, in every programming language, you need conditionals. Based on conditions, you make decisions. Yep. Life is full of conditions, and for different conditions, you make different decisions based on the condition. Oh yeah, so let's create a file name conditionals.py, and let's imagine, for instance, if it rains, I go with an umbrella, right? Yeah, yes, that's what we do. So there's a condition: if, when, what. If it rains, so if it's raining, I have to have an umbrella. Else, otherwise, I just go out freely. I just want to ask you: is this scenario easy to understand for you? Yeah, this is just an English a language. I hope you understand this. Yep. Now let's change this to code. I can say it's raining. By the way, now in my place it's raining for some reason. So it's true. And then we can say if is raining, we have to compare, make a condition true. Yeah, we learned that comparison operator. This if you remember last week, we learned about this comparison. To compare two things, we use == sign. Is raining true? If it's true, we can say print I have to have my umbrella with me. Yeah, let's see. We don't need this. Now let's run this code. I have to have my umbrella with me. How about if this false? That means it's not raining. If this is false, this block of code will not be executed. So you don't see anything. Yeah, so we don't have condition for the otherwise. So then we have to say else. By the way, if is a reserved word or it's a keyword. Else is also a keyword. Print go out freely. Now, since it's not raining, this part of the code will be executed and you will go out freely. Have you seen it? Is it easy? Just type 1. If you got what we wrote now, just type 1, because this is very, very important. Okay, then great. Now let's do another conditional. Let's be a is equal to 5. We are storing 5 at a if a is greater than, but I think before that, guys, we don't have to compare booleans. We can just remove this, and actually the value we stored comes in here and we will have a boolean. So you don't have to compare it. If you compare it, it's okay, but this is a very elegant code. Now, if a is greater than 0, I may say print the value is positive. So this part of the code will be executed only if this condition is true. Now, I think it's true because, yeah, 5 is greater than 0. Yeah, the value is positive. How about if this is 0? Nothing. As you can see, nothing is printed out. So we have to have else. Print, it is something else. Let's say something else. it is something else has been printed out. But we can actually add, in life, it's not just one or two conditions. We may have lots of conditions, so we can handle many conditions with if, and the execution comes from top to bottom. It just goes from top to bottom. Else if a is equal to 0, then print the value is 0. We can say the value is 0. How about another condition? Else if a is less than 0. And of course, by now you should say this is a negative number. So as you can see, you can add as many elif as you want. But now I want to check if a number is positive or 0 or negative. I think this condition, the 3 conditions are good enough for me, these different blocks. So if this condition is true, this part will be executed and it doesn't go down. If this is false, then it comes here and it checks it. For instance, now, which line of code, which condition will be executed? Tell me by the line number. Which condition will be executed? Which block of code? Yes, starting from this part, this will be checked and it will be true and this will be executed. Yeah, great. Note this value, because a is 0, and let's see, the value is 0. And if you change this to -5, and now I change it a to -5, which line of code do you think will be executed? Yeah, elif, but which? We have this elif, but which one? Yes, the third one, this one. Or you may tell me line number 14. Yeah, great. Now, how about this one? It's something else, the second elif. Yeah, good. I got you what you meant, guys. Now let's do something very much better than this. For instance, instead of saying is it raining or something, how about if I say weather? What's the weather today? Is it rainy? Or is it sunny? Or is it cloudy? Or is it gloomy? Whatever, you may tell me. Okay, then I may say, if weather is rainy, I could say print go out with an umbrella. How about? Do you think now this will be executed? Of course, yes. How about elif weather is cloudy? It may, there is a possibility of rain, because cloud is a sign of rain, right? Sometimes you can't be sure, but it's a kind of a sign of rain somehow. Then elif weather sunny. Of course, if it's sunny, why you carry an umbrella or a raincoat? Go out freely and enjoy the sunny day. Oh yeah, great. How about elif weather? What kind of weather type do you have? maybe snowy, and that might be a bit slippery. It may be slippery. In case, maybe no one knows. It has been hidden, slippery. And we can add lots of condition, but let's close it with else. Usually we close it with the last else. And as you can see, we don't have condition, just you need only the keyword else. So you start with if, and the middle conditions are elif, and the last is actually else. This is the structure you need to remember, the only structure, okay? So the elif could be one elif or a couple of them, or could be many. Then print, no one knows about today's weather, about today's weather. Today, weather. Great. Yeah, now let's run. Which line of code will be executed? Tell me. 21. Yeah, great. It's 21. Yes, great. Go out with an umbrella. How about if I say snowy? Which line of code will be executed now? Line number. Yes, this condition will be true, and this code will be executed. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let's change to this sunny. And which line of code do you think run now? Yeah. Now, instead of run, we can use the input to get data. What's the weather like today? What's the weather like today? Now I'm asking. And if I just run, actually, Python is asking, hey, rainy. Go out with an umbrella. Okay. Then maybe sunny. Go out freely and enjoy the sunny day. And maybe cloudy. But I thought we have cloudy somewhere. Okay, there's no one. Okay, then cloudy, and as you can see, there's the possibility of rain. Let's run something. No, this no one knows about today weather. Yes, so it's working accordingly. But how about if I put something like this, sunny? What do you think from this input? Which line of code, which line or which block will be executed? No one knows because it doesn't exist in the condition. So we call it users are so stupid that they may use or they may try different inputs. So the easy way, let's just lower, we can use the lowercase. Whatever the user puts, we can change it to lowercase, and then it will be, it will match with what we assign over there. Okay, now let's see. Sunny. Oh, now, do you think this works? Yes, it should work. Go out freely and enjoy the sunny day. I think this is everything what you need to know about if conditions, but here I wrote some shorthand representation of if else. There is this condition. You may write if a, for instance, you have a here, a is equal to 4, right? If a is greater than 0, you can say here in this side, print is positive. Sometimes, so yeah, then after that, else print negative. This is another shorthand representation of else if this. Let's see now, based on if this is true, this part will be executed, else this will be executed. Let's see. Okay, rainy. It's positive, as you can see, it's positive. So it's we call it ternary operator in Python. If you know in JavaScript, it's like the same as the JavaScript. It's a ternary operator. And we can actually also store it in a variable instead of printing. For instance, the value, I can say value. The value and then value. Then if I try to print out the value, what value are you expecting? The value, we have what is expected. I can just change this to n. Okay. So I'm expecting actually the word positive. It's positive. But if I change this to a 0 or negative, for instance, -5, I am expecting negative. Whatever here, negative. So it's a shorthand representation of if else, and we can also write conditions, something like this. Nested condition, for instance, we may say, we have learned, for instance, you may say, if, yeah, no, yeah, I can say, let's just put this 4, yeah. If a is greater than 0, if a divided by modulus, I may say print the number is positive, and, or I may say the number is even positive, or a positive even number. So because it's greater than 0, and it can be divisible by 2, but I think I forgot to put this condition. Yeah, so let's check actually. So if I run this 4, yeah, I think I should stop this code because it's running now and then, and it's annoying, right? Yeah, I commented that out. And the number is even positive, positive even number. It's a positive even number, it's good. Positive even number. Else, we can say print it is a positive, it is a positive whole number. And again here we can say else print the number is negative. No one knows it. If it's now let me show you. Okay. Now we have 4. I'm expecting this. Yeah, but if I change this to 0, the number is negative. Now even it failed because we didn't say anything about 0. This condition is just maybe it would have been nice if we have another condition. So for that case, we can say we can add here additional elif a 0. Again, we can say print the number is 0, right? Because in integers, we have 0, positive, and negative. Now, as you can see, the number is 0. And if you change this value again, -3 or whatsoever, and it may say the number is negative, but if you change it to 3, it may say it's a positive odd number. Great. I think this is good enough for conditionals. So what are you expected to do? You can work on these exercises. After you do the exercises, you will be good at conditionals. I hope you learned something related to conditionals, and conditionals are actually the fundamentals of programming.